This guy is invited. He will be there on June 21st, I believe. Mark in Boston. What's going on, Mark? How are you?
Jim, thanks for taking my call, bud.
You got it.
Gino, my God, dude, shut up already. Haven't you ever heard the phrase, brevity is the soul of wit? Even DA thinks that call was long in the tooth. Jim, I didn't know that when Teeth Arnold left, you'd replace him with a bigger pair of teeth. Hey, DA, how are we supposed to prove that it's your 40th birthday on Smack Off Day? Count the rings around your sellish beaver-like chompers? Does DA stand for dental atrocity? If you couldn't handle getting dunked on by local Boston hosts, you don't want any of this group, dude. Back to overnight's loser. Tell Pharrell we said hi. Now, Jim, the main reason for my call is I know you have a lot of new viewers, listeners. The Jungle is a brand, so I wanted to take this opportunity as someone who's listened for ages to inform your audience how the Smack Off came to be. You see, back in '94, when the Jungle was first gaining a widespread audience, Jim had a lot of terrible callers, but a few good ones. And then one day, Rich Flores descended on the studio like an archangel from heaven, essentially the first studio storm, and said, Jim, what if I told you that I'm to believe I could get all the best callers to call on the same day? Would that be something you'd be interested in? And Jim was like, oh, hell yeah, Rich. We should call it the Rich Off. But then Rich asked to change it to the Smack Off because we all know that Rich is like the most humble guy in the jungle. So war Rich Flores, still not understanding that he's been the punchline for like 3 days. Out.
Rack him. Mark in Boston. Brother, I'll see you on the 21st. He'll be a factor. He always is. Mark in Boston. You know, I'll be honest. This is why we do the Smack Off. Not just for that day, but for the month prior to that day. Look what it's brought in. Look who's coming out. The best of the best coming in and doing what they do best. Knocking suckers out. It's so good. Man, I love that. The only downside is you have others who think that they're killers, and then they come in and they do what they do, and they bring us all down.